Hello everybody, my name is Brody Branch and welcome. Thank you for joining, whether it be Teams here in person or on Facebook. I'm going to be doing my 2023 intern presentation, 2-second lean. Our, oh, okay, it's laggy on there. Our agenda for today, we're going to start with a little bit about me, and then we'll go in a little bit about AC Electric and what I do at AC Electric, and then we'll go into my 2-second lean proposal, and then some questions afterwards. Now a little bit about me. I was born and raised here in Bakersfield, and that's 20 years. I have a large family that I help take care of, which includes animals as well. I graduated from North High, C-Tech, and Bakersfield College. I'm an artist. I have aphantasia, which means I can't picture things in my head, but I've been doing that for about 10 years now. And I have been in band for about 8 years now and can play a variety of instruments. Here's a couple of photos. You have a picture that I drew this year. Some of my pets, I didn't use a family picture because it's a little old and I used it last year. And then a picture of me in band, I'm here in the middle with the fluffy blonde hair. Some of my academic achievements and goals. I graduated from Bakersfield College with an AA in child development. I graduated with honors and being on the dean's list. I've been accepted into CSU Chico and I'll be studying for my bachelor's in psychology there. Here's my graduation photo from BC, one of them, and then the logos for the schools that I'm in and will be going to. Now, a little bit about AC Electric Company. There we go. So their conditions of satisfaction for 2030, which is our new and updated for this year. Our vision for AC Electric Company is to be the leader in electrical construction, industrial automation, service and safety in the markets that we serve. And AC will actively pursue an accident-free workplace, earn unparalleled loyalty from their customers, differentiate ourselves by offering amazing turnkey solutions, will attract and retain the best and brightest individuals, and consistently strive to exceed all expectations. Our 2030 conditions of satisfaction was updated this year by me with the help of Darren Alexander and Jennifer Blackwood. My internship experience. So here's my team. This consists of Michelle Mastel. I work up front at the desk with her. We had administrative assistant duties and I help answer phones. I work with Michelle Clawwitter and her team in recruitment and talent. I work with Jennifer Blackwood in talent and doing special projects and updating certain projects that we're working on. And Philip Stroh's the people operations manager with HR and other projects. Now a little bit about my team. Working with Michelle Mastel, it's been a great experience. We're kind of new to each other, but we've been learning as we go, and we're trying to learn how to make everything as efficient as possible as we do, as well as making sure that everybody up at the front desk and whoever is called is satisfied with what we're doing. Michelle Clawwitter has been an amazing experience and learning opportunity. She's brought a lot of unique experiences for me and helped me grow and come out of my shell over this year. Jennifer has always been a huge support for me. She has cheered me on in school and made sure that I was doing everything that I needed. And she's also challenged me on many different projects that we've worked on and always looking for the best in me. And I can't believe that I'm here because she just begged me to join a couple years ago. Although Phil is a newer part of our company, I have gotten a lot of great experiences learning with him, and he's helped me understand HR and a lot about what we do at AC and how we do things, and it's been a great experience working with him. Now a little bit of my responsibilities here at AC. I've helped plan the internship this year and make calendar events and make sure that everything's on schedule. I've continued updates and redesigns of the Statement of Qualifications, which is kind of like a resume for AC's solar work. I've designed flyers and posters and work-related things, such as those. I've answered the phones at the front desk and helped keep up on the administrative assistant duties. And I've provided welcome signs, PR placards to the employees as they come in and join. And I've created, ordered, and distributed business cards. And I've helped design and create the 2023 Intern Lookbook, which is kind of like a yearbook for our interns. I did 2022's last year as well. And I've helped update the 2030 conditions of satisfaction. Those are some of the things that I've done around here. Here you can see a flyer, the welcome to the team sign, and then a cover photo for the Intern Lookbook this year. And then some of my other projects. It's a whole lot of them. So like this one up here, the year in review for 2022, I helped Jen update that. I have a Grow With Us, which is our open jobs that I created. We have some flyers for like holiday events that we've done. Here's a QR code that I've designed. There's another one here for a flyer we did for interns. It was a career fair. I've done some IT help and made a flyer for IT and internet safety, and then some welcome signs for the interns this year, and then a sign that I made for a college fair for like a toy car solar that we did. It's just a little raceway with some of our AC kind of creative ideas on it and what we value. And then this year during the internship we did book club. Our 3 books are Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Lee Babin, 2 Second Lean by Paul Akers, and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And they're great books to read. I read them last year as well during the book club, and I've learned so much. During last year and this year, anytime you go back to read it, there's always something new to find in there, and anybody who has done that will tell you. There are some great experiences and learning opportunities in each of these books, with the extreme ownerships and their leadership roles, with 2 Second Lean and efficiency, and then 7 habits and all of the habits and productivity. It's always great to go back, and I'll use these books in the future many, many times. Now, a little bit about my 2 Second Lean proposal. My proposal is about putting QR codes on business cards. Also a little bit of a redesign for business cards if we're looking at it. So a couple reasons why it'll make business easier. It'll enhance like customer engagement. It'll be able to have the ability to just add your contact or information with the scan of a QR code. It leads the customers and other people to our online sites with the ability to look at our social medias and other AC websites that we have and just see more information about what we do in our company. It'll help promote our social media with adding those on there. And then it makes adding contacts more efficient with just a press of a button. Now, keeping our sleek business card design if we'd like to, all you have to do is the QR code is just add it onto that business card design. I've also designed a couple new ones just in case we are looking at updating our design for the business card. And then many companies utilize the QR codes on the business cards already, which has always interested me because of how easy it seems and how easy and sleek it looks. And a fun fact, a couple weeks ago, I had a couple issues with my phone, but when I went into Apple and they handed out a business card to me and I'd asked about their QR codes or if they had one for more information, and the lady I was working with actually went to her marketing team to see if they could do something like that, which was a fun experience for me. Now, how do we get there? Well, the site I use for QR codes is called Beacon Stack. Utilize that with many things like just adding our website onto flyers or some social media stuff or our talent website for applying for things. I've also just started working with the safety department in utilizing the QR codes for some of their work. I did something with Jose and working with adding some incident reports and pothole kind of things with our QR codes and making sure that they're able to utilize that, which was fun. And I use dynamic QR codes, which are trackable, so you can see how many people will scan the QR codes to use them and see kind of what is happening with those, which we meet about once a week just to kind of let me give him that information, or I'll send an email over. Adding the digital business cards to our business cards is pretty easy, and with that new business card design, you can have a number of them, up to 249 at the moment, which they'll add more later. And then Beacon Stack uses their QR codes for their digital business cards as well. Some efficiency in the workplace. Now, the QR codes don't have to be just for our customers. If you need to talk to a coworker and they just have their business card out, you can scan that and have their contact information instantly. And it helps with the business to move forward and stay updated, and help them kind of keep up with the market and everything that's happening. And it's also simple. You can create them dynamically, and you can change the information on it through Beacon Stack without having to change the QR code and make whole new cards over and over. Now, how to use it. This will be mostly with whoever makes QR codes or business cards, and mostly that'll be like somebody like me or Michelle Mestel, who I work with at the front desk. And when creating the business cards and adding digital business cards, all you need to do is go into the site that we use, which is Beacon Stack, and select the card drop down here, number 1, and then create. Now, once you click that create button, you'll be given this site. You can select from any template that they have, or a template that's already been created, such as this one that I made, for you guys to see whenever we do that. Which is, once you finish filling out your information, adding photo, making sure everything's filled out with your contact information, social medias you want to add, or AC's social medias and websites, you can also scan the QR code and all that information will pop up and be given anything that they've posted on their digital business card. Now, when we add that QR code into the physical business card, all you have to do is download it, and then once it's finished, and then you can just put that straight into the business card. So we use Vistaprint for business cards, and they already have a layout design that you can just add the QR code onto. So like this one, I have that information filled out, and I've already just added the business card to it, as you can see, and there's no changing anything that we've done. And so in front of you now, you have this business card that you see. This is our AC designed business card that we already have. And then I've added the QR code onto it in its free space. When you scan that QR code, you'll see the contact information that I filled out for myself as an example. And that scanning is what you see. That's the digital business card. Once you do that, you'll be able to either share that business card with other people, or you'll be able to add it to your own contacts and have that information already there for you. If you're online, you can scan this here and it'll take you straight to that. If you're here in person, you'll see 3 different designs that I've made. You have the original AC design and 2 different designs that I've created myself for an update if we'd like. And thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm Brody Branch, and thank you for listening to my presentation.
So now we can start our questions for Brody. I had a question. You discussed the 2-second lean. How have you used that in your life? Have you applied that at all?
I have, mostly in just how I do things and seeing the waste that other people use. I've tried to minimize that in my own life to make sure that whenever I'm minimizing my waste, the people around me will see that and hopefully mimic that, even if they don't know what 2-second lean is.
Thank you.
I know you did the internship last year, but what was the most challenging part of this year for you?
The adding and taking away of new people and the changing of the environment. It's always hard to adapt to an environment when it changes so dramatically, but having that change has really helped me come out of my shell and be more prepared for other changes. So whenever it happens, I can just go with the flow and make sure that I'm on it and still doing everything I need to do. It's also been challenging having so many people come back. Like when we added Philip and Felicia to our team, which is a new experience for me, and helping them and making sure we were ready. And then Jen left and came back, and adding more of that on was a little bit difficult, but I made sure I tried to stay through it. It was a good learning experience, though.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
What's different between the conditions of satisfaction 2025 versus 2030?
Most of the updates that we did through that are some wording that we've done, updating how big our company will grow, making sure that we kind of look into the people that we're gonna have and the amount of projects and money that we're gonna try and have come in. So it's just kind of updating more about our net worth and the growth of the company.
Can I tag on to that?
Yeah.
Do you know where that's located, that we can find it?
We haven't fully updated it to put on the wiki yet, but
Okay.
I do have the information if you'd like me to send it to you. I'll also be adding it into Jefferson.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I love your project. I love that we're automating this. I think more companies are going to the QR codes. Is there a way that we can have these just on our phones? We don't have the physical business cards where if we're meeting with a vendor, maybe they can just scan our QR code?
Yes, so when you get in and you can request the QR codes, we'll have it set up to where if you request it, you can request it to be added to your business card, and then you can request the QR code itself to add onto your phone, and then you'll just have that stored wherever you like it, and then you can show it to your partners or customers or whoever you're talking with.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Do you know if you can save it to your wallet? Like when COVID was out and there was, you could get your COVID card saying that you were vaccinated, you had the option to save it to your wallet depending on, what kind of device you had, so it was easy to bring up. Do you know if you can save a QR code like that?
I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look into it, but I know that when you scan the QR code, you'll have the ability to share contacts. You can probably save it to your files and have it there. And then when you're searching for it, it'll just pop up onto your phone and you can send it to other people.
Margaret has a question.
Yes, Margaret?
Yeah, I think this is a fabulous idea. I scanned the code while you were talking, and it's wonderful that you can add it to your contacts. How did you get this idea? What planted that seed that this is something that could work for us?
I got the idea when I first started looking into QR codes to add to flyers whenever we're going out to career fairs and stuff. I thought that having that QR code business card would be able to more share our information with other people like we did with our flyers. And I've been working on this project for 8 months now, just doing redesigns of business card and coming up with different ideas, and then Beacon Stack just came out with the digital business card. So when I first started doing it, I spent about a week and created business cards for everybody in the company, and I have it saved on Jefferson in my shared documents. You can just go in and see QR codes for business cards and just a list of everybody in the company from a couple months ago, and all that information is there. So I've had the QR codes idea for a while, and I just thought it'd be a great idea to bring in that digital business card aspect and having that more information and the sleek look of what it is, and then being able to add it to your contacts as well. Thank you.
I have a question. You mentioned, with the site that you could, or that, the QR code is used to create, that you kind of get some metrics, like how many people are scanning, and going to the site and using the card. What foreseeable benefits, do you think could come from that? Like what could we do with that information that might help us in the long run?
One of the big things is seeing kind of where it's located, so seeing our demographic and where we're most utilizing that QR code or utilizing sharing our information and kind of marketing. And then we can either add on more to that or help the people that are a little bit lacking, be like, hey, if you need, you can always do this. But I understand that most of the people we work with are more either inside or working within the department. But it also makes sure that everybody in the company is able to contact each other. Being able to have that information at your fingertips is very useful, and I know that it's very hard to get in contact with people that are in Fresno when you're here in Bakersfield, or when you're at a different department and you just don't have that contact information that you need when you're maybe out on the field or something. So it's very useful to have something like that to just be like, hey, I need to contact this person, here it is.
Thank you. Love the idea. Thank you.
So Brody, I think this is always my question that I ask every intern every year since I've been here is, first question is, what was one of the things that you got excited about or you couldn't wait to come in and start working on?
I think for the internships, it's just being with the interns. It's always fun just to get together and learn from each other and see all the different experiences coming together with this company, and then learning from the company and seeing where our aspects are and how we view that, and then sharing those with each other and being able to get more out of it. So that's always probably my favorite part, but I'm just a people person. And then what was the second question?
Second question is what's the one thing that you procrastinated on?
This presentation. This is the truth. I've been here for about 14 months now, as I was hired on after my internship last year, to go in through school and work through all of my school and get my AA. And when I started this internship this year, not much really changed other than adding to the fact that we had other people that would be doing pretty much the same thing I was doing and working with each other. And I kind of was just living in the experience. I know that I had stuff that I needed to do, but I was just so excited to work with interns again and be able to have that experience again with other people.
Excellent.
One last question. Kind of in the same vein as what Aaron was asking you, what is the best piece of advice that you'd like to pass on to future internship groups?
Don't stress about it. Last year, I was the last person to do my presentation. I was kind of like what you guys are this year. I was super shy, I don't know if I want to interact with anybody. And then actually getting the experience and working with people and starting off this year, I was like, okay, we're doing it. I'm super excited and just kind of switched it all up. But you don't have to stress about it. It's not that bad. You're just talking to your friends pretty much. That's just the best part about this company is that we have a great level of professionalism, but we're also great at communication and working together and making sure that everybody's kind of just make sure that everybody's got somebody behind them or somebody to lean a shoulder on.
Any other questions for Brody?
I have one.
What's that?
So I'm curious because you know, I've worked with some of the other interns and some of them have like engineering backgrounds or mechanic, you know, things that
Yeah.
seem to fit in a little bit with what more with AC does, but your background of, you know, child development and psychology, how do you think that helped you or hindered you in your internship?
The hindrance is the fact that I have no clue what anybody else is talking about. I mean, I've learned a lot with AC and engineering, and I could probably make my way through a conversation, just don't get too detailed with me. But the help was actually communicating. Being a part of talent and marketing, you have to have that communication factor, and having child development and psychology and learning how people work and communicate really helped me with that, and making sure that I was working together with the interns and with the managers and with everybody else.
Any other questions online?
So you didn't see working with us as kind of like being with 5-year-olds?
I mean, it's the development aspect of it. So when you start off, you're kind of like 5-year-olds, and then you're like, okay, now I see where everything's at, and I can get a little bit more into subjects with everybody. But that's just kind of how interactions with everybody work. You always start off at a starting base, and then you get more detailed as you go.
Alright guys, well thank you so much, Brody.
Thank you. Thank you everybody for tuning in.